Good morning, students. Next topic we take in the laminar flow. Last class we consider flow of viscous fluid, that is the laminar flow through the pipe. Now next we consider the laminar flow between the two fixed parallel plates. So flow is taking place between the parallel plates. So this is the one plate which is fixed. So this hatching shows that it is a fixed plate. Also bottom plate is fixed. The gap between these two plates is the T. So flow will be takes place between these two plates in this from left to right direction. So this is the direction of the flow, direction of flow. Now we have to obtain the velocity and shear stress distribution. So we know because of the as the flow will be takes place, the plates are stationary. So their fluid, suppose this is a stationary plate, fluid come in contact with this. So particles near to the wall of the fluid we consider as a becomes having the zero velocity by no slip condition, and particles at the center is moving with the same velocity as the flow. So this causes the particles near the wall retards the flow, that is because of the viscosity. So moving these stationary particles opposes the flow of the nearby particles, and that is called as the here viscosity, and the shear stress will be developed in that. So there are we have to find the will be changed velocity will be changed from at the wall the velocity will be zero, and at the center the velocity will be increased. So there may be the we have to find the how what is the profile of the velocity, and same time the shear stress will be applied by these parallel plates to the flow that we have to obtain. So last class we obtained for the flow through the circular pipe. Now here we are considering for the two parallel plates, flow between the two parallel plates. So we have considered two parallel plates that are kept at a distance. Here we have considered two parallel plates that are t distance apart. So y is taken from the bottom plate. Y is the variable distance taken from bottom plate. There are now we are considering the two forces acting on a fluid element. This is the ABCD fluid element we have considered. Its thickness is dx. Along this y is dy, dy length, dx length, dy is thickness, and width is taken as a unity. So width is taken perpendicular to the this screen, or perpendicular if you draw on a paper, perpendicular to the paper is width, and it is taken as a 1. So dimensions of this element will be the dy, dx, and width is 1. So as like we have considered the fluid element ABCD having the length dx, thickness dy, and the width as a 1. Now there are two forces acting. One is the pressure force, that is given by the pressure into area of this element. So this area of this face AB will be the dy, and width is 1. So pressure force is P dy into 1. Similarly, opposite force is acting on the CD by the fluid is P plus delta P by delta X dx into area is dy into 1. So these two forces, one is the pressure force in the direction of flow is P dy into 1, and opposing on the face CD is P plus variation of P is delta P by delta y through distance dx, and area is dy into 1. Similarly, because of the viscosity, shear stress is acting on the fluid is tau into area dx into 1. This is acting opposite to the flow. Shear stress on the BC acts opposite to the flow, and tau plus delta tau by delta y dx will be in the opposite in the flow direction. So two shear stresses acting on the AB and AD and CB. C tau dx dy into 1 is in the uh, opposite to the flow direction, and in the direction is shear stress is tau plus delta tau y delta y dy into area is dx1. So force is here taken as a pressure into area and stress into area. Now we can consider as a here the net forces acting as the fluid, if you assume not accelerating, then are not moving with a constant velocity, then force is equal to mass into acceleration. We know again force is equal, net force will be the mass into acceleration will be zero as no accelerating fluid. So here we can combine resolving the forces all, we get the expression as a P dx P dy into 1 is in the direction of the flow. Opposite to that is P plus delta P delta x dx dy 1 in the opposite, minus tau in the opposite direction is minus tau dx 1 plus in the direction is tau plus delta tau by delta y dy dx 1 will be equal to 0. So for steady and uniform velocity there will be no acceleration, hence resultant force in the direction of flow is 0. Now cancelling the p dy and here dy will be cancelled. We get minus delta p by delta x dx dy plus here also tau dx will be cancelled out and we get plus delta tau delta y dy dx. Now next we get minus delta p by delta x dx dy plus delta tau delta y dy dx equal to 0. So dx dy is common, cancelling these two we get delta p by delta x means pressure gradient, this is a pressure gradient along x is equal to shear stress gradient along y direction. So we get delta p by delta x delta tau by delta y. Now again we know tau is equal to mu du by dy. By Newton's law, shear stress is mu du by dy. So putting here in last equation, here tau putting as a mu du by dy, we get mu delta u square delta y square. So we require the velocity. So u is the velocity. So we get delta u square delta y square equals to 1 by mu delta p by delta x. Now we have to integrate to solve this integrate. So integration of one time we get delta u by delta x here, and on the right side 1 by mu delta p by delta x y plus C1. So C1 is constant of integration. Now again to remove this step by u by delta by y, again integrating we get u is equal to 1 by mu delta p by delta x, y integration is y square, y integration is y square divided by 2 plus C1 y plus C2. So here we get two constant that we can obtain by the boundary conditions. So applying the boundary conditions at the wall, at the lower plate y equals to 0. So first boundary condition is y equals to 0 and fixed plate is there. So fluid in contact with the uh, fixed plate, the velocity will be 0. So y equals to 0, u equals to 0. So putting in this equation y 0, here y 0 we get, and u is 0, c2 equals to 0. So first constant we get 0. Now at this another plate is at this position and the gap is t, so at y equals to t, second condition, again velocity is 0 because this is also a fixed plate. So flow near particles fluid near to the wall, again having the zero velocity. So putting in this u0, we get c1 is equal to minus, taking left side, 1 by mu 1 by mu delta p by delta x t by 2. So finally, putting values of c1 and c2 in this equation, we get u is equal to 1 by mu delta p by delta x y square by 2 minus 1 by 2 mu delta p by delta x ty. So here 1 by 2 is mu is common. Here mu and 2. 1 by 2 mu is common. Delta p by delta x y square minus ty. So 1 by 2 mu, taking negative sign for delta p by delta x, so we get negative delta p by delta x in bracket, changing sign ty minus y square. So pressure gradient is normally decreasing along the flow. We know flow will be takes place from high pressure to the low pressure. So means along the flow, the pressure gradient means pressure will be goes on decreasing along the length. So here we have taking the sign de minus delta p by delta x. That means pressure will be goes on decreasing along the flow. If there is no pressure difference, there will be the no flow. So that we have taken minus sign for delta p by delta x. So this is the expression for u. The final expression for u is my final expression for u is 1 by 2 mu minus delta p by delta x ty minus y square. So y square here, now we can see u is a function of y, and that is square of y. So again velocity u will be the parabolic one. So profile will be the parabolic one. U will be where is square of y. U where is square of where is square of y. So at the y equals to 0 means at this point and at this point the velocity will be 0, as y at this point y is 0 and at the top side t is 0. So putting here the velocity ty minus y square max, in this we can consider the u varies in the square of y. So above equation is the equation of parabola. So we can consider here the maximum velocity will be at the center and minimum velocity nearer to the wall will be the 0. So this is the we get velocity distribution formula for the flow through the fixed parallel plates. Now next we have to obtain the shear stress distribution. So this shows the velocity distribution. At the center there is a maximum velocity, that is at center we can get the by putting the value of y equals to t by 2, we can get the value, and at this u max will be we can obtain at the center. Now next we have to obtain the relation between as like maximum velocity to the average velocity. So maximum velocity will be at the center, that is uh, gap is t, so at the t by 2. So u max putting the value of uh, y as a t by 2, we get t into t by 2 minus y t by 2 square. So u max we get maximum velocity minus 1 by 8 mu delta p by delta x t square. Now average velocity we can obtain by taking the discharge. We know velocity is discharge upon area. So we can find the small discharge dq as a velocity at a distance y, that is fluid element, into area of strip So minus velocity formula is again minus from this minus 1 by 2 mu delta p by delta x dy minus y square dy into area of the strip is dy into 1. So we can consider the fluid ABCD. So this is the y thick height in the y direction of fluid element. So flow will be takes place in this and width is taken as a 1. So we get dy into 1. Now integrating we get q equals to integration from 0 to t thickness dq 0 to t minus 1 by 2 delta p by delta x ty minus y square. Now q is equal to we get minus 1 by 2 mu delta p by delta x integration of y is t y square by 2 and integration of y square is y cube by 3. So minus 1 by 2 mu is constant, delta p by delta x is constant, so we get t cube by 6. So here pressure gradient is constant because there is no pressure applied. As the plates are moving and flow is takes place, we are assuming the constant pressure gradient delta p by delta x. So it's taken out of the integration. So q we get minus finally 1 by 12 mu delta p by delta x t cube. Now we can find the average velocity u bar q upon a. We get minus 1 by 12 mu delta p by delta x t square. So this is the average velocity for whole flow will be the t into 1. Now u max upon u will be the putting the value of minus 1 by 8 and here only change is minus 1 by 12. So we get finally u max upon u as a 3 by 2. So this we have considered important equation as a the velocity variation short note as a this is the velocity variation distribution for flow through a two fixed parallel plates and that is the moving velocity of the fluid is constant and shear stress distribution here we can obtain from so shear stress distribution will be as like the will be shown in this diagram. We can obtain as like this. The shear stress will be the maximum nearer to the plates and at the center the very less or zero shear stress at the center and it will be goes on increasing. This is because plate offers resistance to the flow. So more shear resistance at the walls. This is the shear stress distribution for fixed parallel plates. Now next type we have to consider as a laminar flow between the two parallel plates. One is fixed and other is moving. In previous case we have considered both the plates are fixed. If certain cases we can applications the object is moving with a certain velocity. So one plate is fixed and another plate is moving with a certain velocity. This type of flow is called as a Cauty flow. Cauty flow, that is laminar flow between the two parallel plates. One is fixed, other is moving. Again we have to obtain the velocity and shear stress distribution. So again using the same fluid element, here only condition change is top plate is moving, bottom plate is stationary. So bottom plate is stationary, top plate is moving and the fluid flow will be from left to right direction. So same arrangement of the fluid element, PDY pressure acting on this face, opposite to flow is P plus this delta P by delta X, force is acting, shear stress opposite to flow is tau dx. Again width of the plate is taken 1. So same arrangement for only difference is moving plate is there. Now considering the upper plate is moving with a velocity v in the direction of the flow. So this type of flow is known as Cauty flow. Now we have to obtain again the net force will be 0 as fluid is having no acceleration. So P dy minus P dy. So same expression we get as a d by P by d by x in the last as the same d by P by d by x d by tau by d by y. So putting again tau equals to mu du by dy, we get mu d by u square by d by y square. So again we require the velocity. So d by square u by d by y square equals to 1 by mu d by p by d by x. So again integrating we get d by u by d by y minus here we get d by y square on the right side. So it integrating one time we get c1 minus 1 by mu d by p by d by x y plus c1 constant of integration. So again integrating we get u d by u by d by y integration is u 1 by mu d by p by d by x y integration y square by 2 c1y plus c2. So again there are two integration constant, they are obtained by the applying boundary conditions. So at y equals to 0 we can consider the bottom plate is fixed. So at the bottom plate y equals to 0, the velocity is 0 because plate is fixed. So particles nearer to the velocity nearer to the plate is 0. So again we get c2 equals to 0. Now but change is here, the top plate is moving with the velocity v. So at y equals to t, at y equals to t, the u velocity is v. So putting in this equation, we get C1 V is equal to U instead of U we place V 1 by mu d by P by d by x. Uh, Here Y equals to T. So it becomes T square by here T square by 2 plus C1 here becomes C1 T. Now C1 we get V taking this T. Taking this first on the left side will be v minus 1 by mu d by p by d by x and divided by t it becomes v by t and here square will be cancelled t by 2. So u equals to putting c1 value in this equation, finally u we get minus 1 by u d by p by d by x y square by 2 plus this c1 v by t minus 1 by 2 mu d by p by d by x t into y. So taking the constant here 1 by mu is constant, 2 is constant and d by p by d by x here also d by p by d by x. So taking constant we get in bracket here remaining is t y and here remaining is y square. So this is a negative, taking again d by p by d by x negative 1. So we take ty here ty right first minus is there and minus minus y square is, here is the positive. So we get u as a function of pressure gradient and here secondly function of velocity. So here mu is constant, viscosity is constant, y is variable, t is fixed. So velocity u is a function of d by p by d by x and v. Now v is the moving plate velocity and d by p by d by x is the pressure gradient. So if top plate is moving, at that time two conditions are there. The plate is moving and there is exist a pressure gradient. Pressure gradient is there means here flow will be takes place by some means. Pump lowers are used to flow the fluid and at the same time the plate is moving with a velocity. So here u is a function of this both velocity of the plate and the applied pressure gradient. But if you assume there is no applied pressure gradient, no applied pressure gradient means no whatever the flow is taking place because of the moving upper plate. So we can assume a plate or a car body or a airplane wings is moving with a high velocity. So fluid nearer to the contact will be also move with the same velocity. There will be no applied pressure there. But if we assume same as a no pressure gradient, so u will be function of only the moving plate velocity. So here delta p by delta x becomes 0 if it is no pressure gradient. We get u is equal to function of only moving plate velocity, and here it is v by t into y. So this shows the in Cauchy flow or moving plate, one plate moving, another plate fixed, the velocity is linearly varying. As y is there is no square, u is varying linearly with the, that is the velocity is varying linearly along the y direction. So we get the velocity distribution as a linear one. So we can see here this is the velocity distribution is a linear one along the y direction. At the as the bottom plate is fixed, here is the velocity is 0, and this velocity goes on increasing as the plate is moving. Maximum velocity will be nearer to the plate, and if we move in a downward, the velocity goes decreasing, and at the fixed plate, it velocity of the fluid becomes 0. So we get this like the linear profile as the velocity variation is linear. Now again tau is equal to mu du by dy. So putting here u value, we get mu dy delta by delta y, u value v by ty, or we have get already expression u is equal to this total expression. So here u delta by delta y v by ty minus 1 by 2 mu delta p by delta x ty minus y square. Now multiply by this mu v by t plus 1 by 2 minus delta p by delta x. So here mu is constant. Again, the velocity is constant, the t is constant. So Vt by y differentiation will be the 1. So we get mu v by t, and here ty minus y square. Here mu v by t 1 by 2 minus delta p by delta x. Here t here differentiation of ty is t, and differentiation of y square is minus 2y. So tau is equal to mu v by t minus 1 by minus delta p by delta x t by 2 minus y. So this is the tau is equal to mu v by t plus minus delta p by delta x t by 2 minus y. So again from this equation, the shear stress is also variation linearly with the y. So shear stress varies linearly with the distance from the boundary. So at tau is equal to 0, y equals to 0. So tau 1 is equal to, you get v mu v by t delta p by delta x. So shear stress at the fixed plate. So y equals to 0. Putting y equals to 0 in this equation, we get tau 1 mu v by t minus delta p by delta x t by 2. So here we get this like the shear stress distribution. Maximum shear stress at a fixed plate we get, that is mu v by t delta p by delta x t by 2. Now we can obtain at moving plate shear stress by putting the value of y equals to t. So we get tau 2 mu v by t as it is minus delta p by delta x t by 2, y is t. So putting y equal to t, here we get minus t by 2 will be remaining, So shear stress at the moving plate will be the mu v by t minus will be this minus this component. So here shear stress is again less at the moving plate as compared to the fixed plate. And at the mid plate putting the Ty2, y equals to Ty2, we get shear stress is equal to mu v, here Ty2 minus Ty2 will be 0. So Tc will mid section shear stress will be the mu v by t. So we have shown here mu v by t at the center there is not 0, it is the shear stress will be mu v by t. So shear stress will be 0 at a certain location from the y. So position of y where shear stress is 0. So putting the tau equals to 0, we get mu v by t. So Ty2 minus y will be equals to mu v by t minus, means here we taking Ty2 minus y here, taking mu by t on the other side, and here we get minus 1 by delta p by delta x. So y equals to t by 2, taking this on this side, minus mu v by t minus 1 by delta p by delta x. So velocity will be 0 at a certain position. So this is the velocity distribution in a Cauchy flow or one plate moving, another stationary is the linear one. Velocity distribution is linear and shear stress will be as like this. It will be more shear resistance at the fixed plate. At a certain point above center it is 0 and having certain resistance at moving plate. So from this velocity distribution we can find the local velocities or how the velocity is changing along the flow. Now we have to consider next point as the velocity of turbulent flow. So turbulence we have considered if there is obstruction in the flow or the flow with a higher velocity, then there is a disturbance in the flow. In that case the flow will not like this laminar one, there is a zigzag or turbulences are there. So it creates irregular fluctuations of velocity with high frequency. So these fluctuations are zigzag, irregular and random. So we have shown here variation of velocity u with respect to the time. So this velocity is not constant. Sometimes velocity becomes high, it becomes less. So average velocity is u bar and fluctuation in instantaneous velocity is u dash. So sometimes velocity is higher than that and sometimes velocity is lower. So we can obtain velocity of the turbulent flow. Two components are there. U is equal to u bar plus u dash, instantaneous velocity. U bar is temporal mean velocity. Temporal mean velocity. U bar is the mean velocity. This is the mean velocity and u dash velocity fluctuations. So because of these fluctuations may be caused because of the higher velocities, less viscosities or obstruction in the flow. So temporal mean velocity is calculated for the certain time period t. So this is the velocity in the turbulent flow is addition of mean velocity plus fluctuating velocity. So we have considered for laminar flow fixed plate, two fixed plate and second one moving plate, one moving plate and one stationary Cauchy flow. So this is we have covered laminar flow through a pipes through parallel plates. Thank you.